if you take the second remake of Black Christmas as a parody, a farce, if you will, then it's halfway decent. But if you do what I think the creators of this film, uh, quote unquote film, had in mind and take it seriously, then this, for lack of a better term, film is the worst piece of propaganda I've ever seen. It it was I can't even talk right now. Basically, uh, it's about this cult masking as a frat that go after sorority sisters who don't quote unquote know their place, so to speak. And any surviving sisters, the surviving sisters manage to fight back. And the two main characters are this young woman who was assaulted a couple years ago and has never gotten over it, despite the fact that her friends have run out of sympathy for her, and this teacher who is technically a leader of the cult, who lost his cool with another female student, and now he's risking being kicked out of the campus, kicked off campus. So that's the main reason the cult is going after these women. And the sad part is, if the actors, who did a fine job in what they were told to do, if they had gone full Mel Brooks, then this wouldn't have been a bad movie. It would have been like the 50,000 other parodies that are out there. They came out in the last decade or so. No, last 2 decades. But they play it absolutely straight. And it is just painful to sit through. I was very uncomfortable watching this. It's like someone took the bile that is various types of shaming of both females and males, and male entitlement and assault culture, and it basically takes all those things, congeals it into what passes for a film, or at least what passed for a film by whoever funded this, and just slap the Black Christmas label on it. This is not a remake of Black Christmas. This is someone venting about tons of things from both sides of the gender line, and it utterly failed to do what a movie is supposed to do: entertain. I was not entertained. I was sickened. Yes, I felt sorry for the female characters, and yes, I did like the fact that they fought back, but let me put it to you this way. I would rather watch I Spit on Your Grave, aka Day of the Woman, again, from beginning to end, than watch this again. Because at least that one, or that film had um, at least that one had someone you could root for. Some of the female characters were just not likable, even though their actors are good at their craft. The characters they played were just not likable. And the the male characters, they were such ridiculous throwbacks that it was practically insulting. Now, I know that there are guys like that still out there who think women are just things to be used and tossed aside and replaced, sometimes violently, as one scene depicts. No spoilers. But it was like there was zero uh, growth for any of them. One of the male characters was a boyfriend who finally was so sick of being lumped in with the jerks on campus that he had a falling out with his girlfriend, who was completely unsympathetic. Another guy, who was supposed to be the one good male, was mousy. He wasn't just a nerd, he was mousy. And even when he helped the women in the final fight scene, yes, there are fight scenes, I just expected him to start flailing his arms in front of him in a slap fight fashion, to be honest. This film is just angry at both men and women. I don't see how it could please anyone. I'm surprised it isn't starting some sort of trigger war. And the only reason I would recommend you see this film would be to see how not to do a Christmas themed horror movie. I honestly wish to hear from the surviving cast members of the original Black Christmas, because their legacy has been tarnished. And we've no one to blame but ourselves.